got you guys here with your Mr. Swag and the Waggy.
And I'm just Dan.
And we are back for another episode.
Another death battle, y'all. We got two heavy hitters. Homelander versus, what's his name? Omni-Man.
Oh, I was great.
He might bust through the window and beat my ass.
And you gotta shout out Amazon Prime. Cause
for giving both these characters a new life other than the comic books.
Yes.
If you guys have not watched it, it's not no ad.
Nope.
Do yourself a favor and watch The Boys and Invincible.
Yes, because this is great. And these are two great. I'm just ready to get right into it. I'll talk about it later.
Yeah, I was gonna say two Superman-esque characters that kind of both take a spin that you're not expecting. So I can see why they put them together.
So let's get right into it.
Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Give us some thumbs up. We need them. We love you for it too.
Without further ado,
Omni-Man, the invincible champion from planet Viltrum.
Homelander, the world's greatest superhero, brought to you by Vought International.
Few heroes have stood the test of time with more aplomb than the very first, Superman. But what if absolute power did, in fact,
what if Superman said, fuck that?
Answer.
I mean, it kind of happened.
Yeah. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor,
Okay,
and skills to find
baddest,
out who would
worst
win
ass weapons that you've
death
seen in your
battle.
life.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Omni-Man. Had you going there for a second, huh?
Not really. His name is in the title of the video.
Well, you might be forgiven for mistaking Nolan Grayson for his classic comic inspiration. He's even got that sexy mustache that he's not afraid to hide with terrible CGI. On the planet Viltrum, Nolan was sent to Earth to act as its super.
I love that type of name, Nolan Grayson.
The enlightenment of his utopian
Sound like a superhero.
homeworld.
Yeah.
And as his superhero alter ego
Last
Omni-Man, there was no one better suited to the task. He's saved the world countless times.
Yeah, but
alongside the Guardians
they
of
probably
the
gonna show
Globe,
it.
And even married and had a son, Mark.
Life couldn't be better until Mark inherited his dad's Viltrumite powers. That's when Mark found out that his dad was a stinking rat bastard liar.
Turns out, Viltrum wasn't exactly the peaceful utopia Nolan promised.
Peaceful in the sense that they culled half their population, murdering billions with their bare hands until only the strongest were left, united by a common purpose.
This Viltrumite empire then went on to conquer planet after planet in their home galaxy, murdering any who dared oppose them. So just scratch that whole peaceful part entirely.
And turns out Omni-Man was here to do that same thing to Earth. Sorry, Mark.
God, that's still one of the craziest.
So yeah, bruh, that whole episode.
Imagine combining the raw power of a Kryptonian and the bloodlust of a Saiyan.
That's what it
Is
does.
basically
Exactly.
Viltrumite.
Due to their unique DNA, Viltrumites are composed of smart atoms that they can manipulate to achieve superhuman feats, like holding their breath for weeks on end by drawing more energy from the oxygen inside them.
Kinda reminds me of that whole bioelectric aura thing Superman has. That's basically how comic writers bullshit a science-y explanation for his powers.
Except smart atoms make even less sense. How can atomic structure be designated by your DNA? DNA is made of atoms. It's completely nonsensical biological hogwash that I cannot stand.
Uh-oh, comics fans. I'm calling this debunked.
Ooh.
Viltrumites can fly, withstand near absolute zero temperatures, and even possess insane healing factors. You know, stuff like getting punched through the stomach, having your guts ripped out, or having your face smashed up in a tomato soup. I don't mean to exaggerate, but Viltrumites in this series get fucked up and somehow survive.
However, too much trauma to the brain or heart can overtax their healing factors, and intense heat can be especially damaging.
Even the most powerful Viltrumites can be killed by extended baths in the spicy hot plasma of a star.
And because of their abilities, their inner ear vestibular system is far more sensitive than a regular human's. Intense sonic pressure will disrupt their fragile equilibrium and even prevent them from flying.
Though pushing themselves to
not
their
invincible.
limits only ends up making them way stronger. And considering Nolan has been alive and planet conquering for thousands of years, he's easily one of the toughest Viltrumites around.
Okay,
Like,
I
other aliens
gotta see how
attacking him
Homelander
will
is, but so
literally
far,
splatter their
it's-
bodies against him. But Mark didn't inherit everything from his dad. Despite his alien genes, Mark was raised as a human with our weak, pathetic human values like love and compassion and not
He's
brutally
fucked up.
murdering the shit out of everyone you see like a maniac. Really made it difficult for Nolan to relate to his kid.
Such as when these aliens invaded Earth. Mark tried his best to minimize casualties and outsmart
She
his
got
American
ripped.
superior foes.
Nolan, meanwhile, tackled their leader through the portal back to their homeworld, then spent some time systematically annihilating their planet for even daring to take
Bruh,
Earth
this
from
is
it.
wow.
Classic generational divide.
Annihilate is underselling it. Nolan flew so fast that his body lit their planet's atmosphere on fire, creating massive country-sized explosions, with his own body as the projectile.
Omni-Man has flown across galaxies in only a week, survived punching a hole through a planet, and even deflected a meteor the size of Texas.
Assuming that means the diameter of the meteor is equivalent to the distance from
Here's with the
Panhandle
numbers.
to
Here we go.
the Gulf of Mexico, that would make it 1,300 kilometers wide.
And weigh over 4.6 quintillion tons.
Wow.
With re-entry speeds of over 11,000 meters per second, it had hit with enough energy to destroy the moon twice over.
So Omni-Man is strong enough to slaughter those who considered him an ally, the Guardians of the Globe, all to ensure as seamless a transition to the coming Viltrumite rule as possible.
Too bad for Nolan, it wouldn't be that easy, because he
Hold on, what we got?
I said Speed Racer must be a character in the show.
He was the one that died first. He was the one that got
So that was his
splatted.
name. I didn't listen. They died so quick. They didn't give them characters enough time to even
Yo.
have names. I'm thinking like Speed Racer, the cartoon, got killed or something. But that was,
Yeah.
then also he participated in destroying the planet. No, he did. He kind of did that himself.
Yeah, he basically beat the Justice League by himself.
Yes.
threw his son first.
Mark was horrified by his father's treachery, spurred on by the reveal that Nolan only viewed his mother as a pet.
That line,
a
man.
disposable
That
brute.
my, yeah,
Invincible
that's
fought
crazy.
Omni-Man to save the planet.
And that's when Mark's real Viltrumite training began. Get it? Training? Like the train?
Yes, we get it. It was a
These
good
scenes,
run.
I told you this, that whole
But if
last
anything, it
2
was
episodes was
Omni-Man
just
that
like,
learned a lesson
yeah.
about
My
humanity
gosh.
that day.
He may have tried to turn Mark into a Viltrumite, but in reality, as Nolan fled Earth with tears in his eyes, Mark made his father human. Welcome to Vought
Here
International.
we go. Now
a
we got
multi-billion-dollar
Mr.
American conglomerate
Homelander.
whose #1 products are the greatest superheroes on the face of the earth.
That's right. Superheroes are real and they're big business.
Imagine a company that possesses a monopoly on popular culture, pumping out movies,
I do like the
TV shows,
idea
action
behind
figures,
this
and video
whole
games
Yeah.
constantly,
business.
drowning the masses in a slurry of focus-tested nostalgia opium with no end in sight.
Yeah.
Go deep.
Imagine.
Within Vought's pantheon of gods among men is their premier super team, the Seven, and its leader, Homelander.
He's got the looks, the charm, the Jesus, and most importantly, he's got the power to slaughter all of America's enemies at home and abroad. This
That was
guy
wild, too.
probably eats
Yeah.
freedom and shits eagles.
But Homelander's squeaky clean corporate sheen is only skin deep. Far from the big blue Boy Scout he's marketed as,
No last
Yo.
name.
Homelander is probably the closest thing to Lucifer on Earth.
Remember Bad Future Biff from Back to the Future? Now
Mm-hmm.
give him superpowers and media training.
Vought's official story is that Homelander was an
He enjoys
alien
milk.
who
It was
landed
breast
here as a
milk.
baby. A tale
He
we're all
enjoyed.
familiar with.
Damn.
One that's total bullshit. Homie was made in a lab with Vought's proprietary
Mm.
super soldier serum, Compound V.
And he was a complete success.
So he
Too
basically was
much of a
Captain America
success.
too.
He was murdering rooms of terrified scientists before his umbilical cord was even cut.
Hmm.
In the comics, Vought had to keep a remote-controlled hydrogen bomb strapped to him at all times because they had no
Hmm.
idea what else could possibly kill him.
As he grew
Damn.
up, he was subjected
That's
to
something they talk
psychological
about in the show.
conditioning to make him the greatest and most profitable hero of all time.
It wasn't long before he debuted as Homelander, the ultimate defender of the American dream.
Homelander possesses massively superhuman strength, speed, and durability. He can fly at hypersonic speeds, see through walls with X-ray vision, and detect a person's emotional state from just the sound of their heartbeat.
Mm.
But you know you're done for when he breaks out his heat vision, which is strong enough to slice through crowds of people. or
Gosh.
split
Did you ever get that far in the show?
No.
Screams
Yeah.
so loud that it shatters the eardrums of anyone around him.
Those are innocent bystanders whose ears are
Oh,
exploding, by the
you,
way.
you see how when you seen Omni-Man go through his whole transformation, I think Homelander's was better in the show because it built up and built up. Him trying to hide that he's an asshole. That after a while just said, I believe that the scene that they just showed was when he just let everybody know what kind of person he is.
Yo,
They
that's
was doing a
crazy.
little rally. He just took everybody out.
F your rally. All right.
Hey, Oh yeah, he totally botched this mission to stop a plane hijacking, so he forced
Even
each
this,
and
he just let people
everyone on board to
die.
in the resulting crash, so they wouldn't reveal his incompetence. Well, Homelander's powers may be real, but his heroism is a charade. Though he plays his part well, he cares nothing for the peons he's forced to protect. The only thing he treasures is, ironically, his public image. Turns out being raised as a lab experiment doesn't create a healthy person. But don't worry, he eventually cleaned up his act and started a totally 100% healthy sexual relationship with a fellow superhero. Who just happened to be an actual Nazi. Speaking of sex, which I'm always saying we should figure out how Superman and Lois get busy. Well, forget that, because Homelander proved that they can't.
In
when
the
his
air.
ejaculation blew his partner to smithereens.
Oh.
Prove that. Look, there's no way to sugarcoat this. Considering a human's load has much less mass than a shotgun pellet, it would have to be moving significantly faster to achieve the same kinetic energy.
Yo, that's
Is that how you
crazy.
gonna beat Omni-Man?
Gonna jag off. Don't do that, bro.
Right. Homelander can bust a nut faster than the speed of sound. Well, good night, everybody. Ooh, kinda sucks for humanity that they made this dude the most powerful being on the planet and a psycho murderer. That's no exaggeration. Stillwell even commented that Homelander has proven immune to every weapon known to mankind, no matter how powerful. Humanity literally lacks the ability to kill him. That'd include nuclear
Professor
weapons as
Banzai
powerful
and
as the
Mr.
Tsar
Marathon.
bomb, which exploded
President.
with the energy of 50 megatons of TNT. Actually, it could have exploded with twice that. But the Soviets who created it were afraid it would irreversibly alter Earth's biosphere and end the world. That's right, we all almost died. And that's the kind of shit
That's
Homelander
crazy.
can shrug off no problem. He's strong enough to throw a jet with one hand and fast enough to outspeed a C4 explosion. Despite being an emotionally stunted man-child, Homelander is still surprisingly cunning and able to manipulate those around him. Though it probably wasn't too smart to piss off the world's angriest limey, Billy Butcher. Yeah, turns out forcibly fathering a bastard son with someone else's wife is not a good idea.
Oh, wow.
Of note, as unjustifiable as it is, to Homelander, this gave him something he never had before. Some small measure of control over his own life. Being born Vought's star pupil meant he was under their thumb from the day he was born. His superpowered son was the first thing that was truly his and might be his best option for a new beginning.
Oh, God.
Or not.
Predictions.
I think they kind of like, even the stuff they mentioned with Homelander, they didn't mention much.
No, they really didn't. It feels like, and I'm going off of certain feats and what we've seen. You got to understand, like, I don't think Homelander's seen nobody like battle beasts or nothing like that.
Yeah, and Homelander hasn't left the planet to go do other things. Omni-Man has, like he has different feats. Been holding his breath while he's flying through space, like even shit like that. Destroying, punching holes through planets.
Right.
Omni-Man, Homelander didn't do none of that.
Yeah. I'm giving it to Omni-Man. I think Homelander's gonna give it a fight though. I think it's gonna be at the end. That heat vision gonna, we'll see. Let's get it, man.
We both going Omni-Man here. That's a rarity. We usually be split, but I think Omni-Man got that.
Yeah, I'm thinking Omni-Man too. Let's go.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
At his home though?
On Christmas?
Shout out to them with their animation, man.
Howdy, neighbor. Coco? It's warm. You know, Nolan, Homelander is more than just a superhero. It might be cynical to say this, but he's a brand. And it's very important to me that that brand means something. And if I'm playing second fiddle to some goddamn alien, that's really the point, right? What do you think, Debbie?
Oh, killed his
shit.
pet.
Oh, she's shy. So, do we have an understanding? Get the fuck out of my country.
I like this.
I'm going to feed you your own heart. Shit. That was a great line.
There we go.
He blew the skeleton away.
Country? Seriously? I'm not here for your country.
He here for the planet.
Ooh, here we go. Don't be there. Run away, people. Wow.
Oh,
no.
okay.
Never been hit by someone your own size before? You have to turn with the punch to reduce. Better.
Oh God. Izuna dropped him?
Uh-oh. Yeah, I forgot about that one. You knew that was gonna happen.
Oh, his image.
What's the matter? Are you going to cry?
After I'm done with you, I'm gonna flash right that little shit son of yours! This worthless neighborhood! And every goddamn person you know!
Got him. Yeah, you gotta remember this man been.
Are you gonna feed him your own heart?
What I promised you.
Yep.
Now swallow.
Hey! Oh!
Merry Christmas.
Motherfucker.
It was a quick fight.
Yo, it was what it was.
If there's a god, it sure seems like he was working out some aggression there.
Despite Homelander's dominance within the world of the boys, he's a big fish in a small pond.
God, 7.2 billion times faster. 60 billion times stronger.
Light. Homelander can survive a nuke, while Omni-Man can shatter the moon twice over.
To be fair, Homelander did have a couple of abilities Omni-Man didn't, like his heat vision.
Yeah, how
Filter
do you
healing
think they have
factors
heat vision?
failed against continuous exposure to the heat of stars, that still took quite a bit of time, and there's no reason to
I thought you said Omni-Man had
Homelander's
heat vision.
was anywhere near that hot.
Hell, Nolan's tanked heat vision from the superhero Mean Supreme before, who can vaporize people in an instant.
Even if it was hot enough, Omni-Man's superior speed would cut him off before he could do any lasting damage. Similarly, despite being able to disrupt his equilibrium with his supersonic screaming, Homelander wasn't strong enough to capitalize on it in any meaningful way.
Plus, while Homelander is pretty devious when the situation calls for it, Omni-Man has been fighting and conquering worlds
Thousands of years.
Yep.
He comes
That
from
was
a
my
warrior
reason right
culture
there. That was the
based
reason
on
I was going
fighting.
for.
Homelander, on the other hand, comes from a test tube and never had to push himself as a fighter because he was always so much stronger than everyone else.
And that's the key difference between them. One is a warrior, and the other is a bully. Homelander was never going to give up easy, but Omni-Man's skill, power, and Viltrumite heritage earned him the win.
When it comes to Superman knockoffs, Homelander had to eat his heart out.
The winner is Omni-Man.
Jonah J. Jameson, aka
We've launched a brand new
that
membership
guy,
program for our
man.
YouTube channel. By directly supporting our team, you'll get unique emotes, badges, and additional content, and a bunch more. Click that join button to see more info, and thanks so much for watching.
Next time. Magneto.
Magneto. Wow, Akira, baby. Tetsuo Akira.
That's a weird matchup.
It is, but it's not.
I don't remember.
You ever remember watching Akira?
I did. This shit been out since that's the very first
The first
anime
anime-
movie or some shit.
First anime movie I ever watched.
Man, oh, the animation always freaked me out as a child.
I loved it. I was like, yo, what is this? This is so fire.
But what happens every time anime goes up? Well, not every time. The majority of
times, yeah. I hope you got a wooden gun.
A wooden gun. He tricked me.
But going back to the Omni-Man Homelander, it kind of was, you kind of knew. Like you said, you had somebody with Omni-Man that wouldn't actually, like you said, warrior shit.
A warrior versus a bully.
It's really nothing to say about it. Homelander was good. Both shows are great. Like you said, The Boys is more fleshed out with certain.
Right. Because it's more. It's not just a superhero show, kind of how Invincible was. It's more like a drama almost.
Right.
So of course it's gonna be more fleshed out. Is one more season coming up? Next
Yeah, it's season coming up. There you have it. Shout out to Omni-Man, Homelander. You did your UI.
Made you swallow.
All right, so we about to get up out of here, though.
Check out the description for that original video. Hit your boys up wherever we may be. Follow us on Twitch for some dope streams all throughout the week. Come through, have fun. It's a good vibe.
And shout out to everybody that shows love. You know the motto: make memories, stay humble, live life, swag, you know, egg.
And I'm just Dan.
We out.